Hello, YouTube. I want to talk a little bit about keeping track of prices. I mean, for those of you that are on a budget or that just want to watch your money or whatever, I think it's imperative to keep track of prices for a bunch of different reasons. They said you don't know when a sale's actually a sale or not. They might just be pumping it up as a sale when really it's more expensive at their sale price. Um, I've actually just ran into that yesterday. I'll talk about that in a minute. Also, when you're out and about shopping or what have you, you also want to know who has the lowest normal price, that type of deal. Because one store's normal price may be a lot cheaper than another store's normal price, and I ran into that again also, and that was kind of a mind bender. But I'll get to that also. Just something kind of what I do. I mean, there's a couple different ways. I don't mean keep track per say to the penny or to the dime. I mean, you could do that if you want, but you kind of round it out because I mean, if you keep track to the penny, to the nickel or whatever, and then you start seeing it this on sale here, that on sale there, and there's only a dime, nickel, 3 cent difference, and that's when you start weighing out, okay, where does my gas come into play to where I got to run at 10 different stores to save 36 cents, as opposed to, okay, yeah, I know I'm paying a nickel extra here, a dime extra here, but that'll save me the gas in the long run. That's kind of how I justify certain things. Um, I'll get into some examples too. But like I said, for the most part, you want to do that. You want to, have it. What I do also, I mean, I do keep a little list in my phone. A lot of people can put little lists in their phone. Um, we all have smartphones. There's got to be somewhere you can put a little note or even a text message just to keep track of the stuff. Especially the more obscure stuff that you may already have stacked up a lot, so that you're just buying one here and there. But I mean, the way I shop also is if it's a big something like garbage bags or toilet paper, something that I'm never gonna not need. Um, Even though I have it well stacked, I'm gonna go in and grab a bunch more when I know it's a true deal. Um, Another thing like soap. The soap that I buy, I have to buy because I was born with a little skin condition. So if I use the really cheap, very aromatic soap, I turn into a big patch of flake, and I'm scratching and itching until it all falls off. So that's no good for me. So like with the soap that I buy, that I kind of have to buy, it's keep a roundabout number. I mean, like, I know anything under $1 a bar, even if it's 98 cents a bar, that's a buy in my book because normally, I mean, I buy them in the big packs, but even in the big packs, they're between $1.45 and $1.70 a bar. So then I've seen them go down as low as 80 cents a bar. So I know that like I said, that's a constant that I'm looking out for. I'm always gonna whenever I see the little on sale sign, or if I by chance do go to a new store or whatever, I just take a look, see what the prices are, and I know, okay, that's so, their average price is this, if I ever do have something ever happens, we do, predict the future or whatever. I mean, I think that as preppers, we're going to forerun a lot of this, and we'll see it coming. We'll be able to go out and grab one last big buy. But at least I'll have a general sense of, okay, I probably only have one shot at this. I know that this X, Y, and Z are this much at this store, this, or that much in that store. People probably don't know it, whatever. They'll probably be running here for this and running here for that. Well, I could just go in there, swoop up what I can here, get the most bang for my buck, not on sale. And I think, like I said, that's probably the big, a big advantage too of having an idea of what things normally are priced as and what is a true sale. And like I said, the ballpark range, it helps a lot too if you don't want to be nickel and diming it, so to say, knowing down to the penny how much it should be. I've been doing this for a while. I have a ballpark number in my head about a lot of different products. And, sometimes I'll pull the trigger on it, sometimes I won't. I've been burned by not pulling the trigger on it on a few things. I'm going to give you an example of that. I actually switched laundry detergents for us, for the household, because, it was, 11.98 normal price. you get something like, 100 ounces. It's like, well, this other brand, which is also a big name brand, rocking 150 ounces for $9.99 as a constant price. I was like, there's not that much difference. My skin can handle the other one. Let's do this. Be able to stack a few more extra. So, I went in there, grabbed a few, started stocking up on these other ones. Then I would see these on sale. The new brand, it would be on sale for $8.99. Even better, grab some more, whatever. So I was kind of getting used to that. $8.99 is a sale price, $9.99 is a normal price. That's another thing you'll start seeing what the norm is, the actual going price is, once you start keeping track of prices. And, we're in the time of, paying more for less product. So I was like, I thought that I had found, the spread there and caught it, and I was going to ride that for a while. I knew it would change, but I didn't think it would change as fast. So now, the new brand that I'm, saving money on, now that normal price is $11.98. The original brand that I jumped to only went up like 30 cents now. The new brand was 150 ounces, like 100 and something loads. And now the packaging is now down to 100 ounces for a couple bucks more, down to like 96 loads. And I'm like, well, that kind of, that kind of screwed me there. I got burned on that one, not big time. I mean, it's still cheaper. I'm still kind of getting, a better deal than the other brand. But, if I didn't keep track of prices, I would have never seen the size of the bottle go down or the price increase. Like I said, now it's almost neck and neck with the brand that I left for it. I mean, I do get a few more loads or whatever. I'm not 100% on the amount of loads now, because that's another thing. I don't know if I caught these guys in a transition or what, but I had seen the same product with, some of the bottles said like 100 ounces, 96 loads, and some bottles said 100 ounces, 83 loads. I don't know, which one it was the exact same product. I was like, okay, what's going on here? There's a discrepancy here. And I should have kept the bottle, because I only had one of those bottles that was different from the rest with the, same amount of ounces, more loads. So I was actually going to write them and be like, look, dude, here's a picture of this one. Here's a picture of that one. They're the same amount of ounces. One says you get more loads. One says you get less loads. Which is it? I wanted to bust them on that, but I didn't catch that until I had already tossed out the bottle. But, again, it goes back to, that's something that, you keep track of. You'll be able to catch those little discrepancies like that. I also talked about the need for knowing what's a sale and what's not a sale. Because yesterday I was in the world's foremost outfitter. Okay, let's just call it that. And I was actually in another state yesterday. I was in Indiana, from Illinois. I was in Indiana, and I just stopped over there to take a look around. I know what, again, I know what stuff I'm looking for, what I'd like to stack up on, what I need to stock up on. See if there's any sales, might as well, let's go check it out. So I go in there and see some 22 shells. I'm like, great, same box that I buy, same bulk pack. By me, it's usually on sale for $14 or $15.99. That's the sale price out by me. Here it was a normal price, $15.99. So I'm like, yeah, I could use a couple more, stack a few more, because technically this is a sale price, and plus, I'm in a different state, cheaper taxes, whatever. So it's a win-win. So I grab a couple, and then I'm walking around. I picked them up from their normal spot on the shelf, and it said $15.99. Well, I'm walking around, still looking around, and on the end where they put the sale stuff, had stacks and stacks of the same shells, exact same thing. The sign said $17.99 was $24.99. I'm like, what? So I grabbed the box that I picked up from the other shelf, went back, looked at the SKU, came back, checked, compared the SKUs, everything. I'm like, what, is it different grain? What's going on here? And it was the same thing. So I grabbed the guy. I was like, excuse me, you got this exact same box on a regular shelf, its normal spot, $15.99. Now over in its sales spot, it's saying was $24.99. Now it's $17.99. He's like, oh, well, let's check it out. So he checks it out. It pops up, $17.99. And he prints out another sticker. He's like, well, no, these are $17.99 now. And he takes the sticker and covers up the $15.99 sticker. I'm like, okay, that's fine, dude. But see, that's the kind of deceptive stuff, called creative marketing or whatever. That's the kind of deceptive stuff that'll catch people with their pants down. Because if you don't keep track of prices, that would have caught me. I would have been like, oh, well, that must have been a sale price of $17.99 or whatever. I don't know, but the point being is, if I didn't track prices, I would have fell for that. Oh, it was $24.99. Now it's $17.99. I actually paid $2 more than when it normally is on sale, because they run those sales all the time, at least once every month, every 6 weeks. Those boxes are $14 or $15.99 out by me. Now, obviously, they're $15.99 as a normal price in Indiana, and like I said, they just that little deceptive marketing. I haven't really noticed it a lot from those guys, but now I am. And now I want to keep an eye on it going forward, where maybe that's just there, but I'm going to keep an eye on the one here out by me in Illinois and see, will they keep running those ads for the 14, 15.99, because the one by me, like I said, is normally $19.99, now 14 or 15.99 on sale. So, and like I said, you get burned on that. So that's why, having a general idea of what general things cost, and like I said, keeping a notepad, on your phone, so that when you do stumble across, when you're out and about, like, is this a good buy? Is it not a good buy? You'll have a reference point. Because, Googling and whatever on the spot, it could take you time. You might get a bunch of mixed reactions. Who knows, that cheaper price might be way somewhere else out, somewhere that you can't get to, or it might be minus shipping. So you add it plus shipping, and all of a sudden it's more money, or what have you. So, or like I said, maybe you just can't even get it for that price by you. But that's the whole idea behind keeping prices, keeping track. Like I said, having a general ballpark, and then so once you start tracking prices, you'll start seeing all the little discrepancies and everything. Is this a buy? Is this truly a sale? Or is this just one of those, big up, oh, here we got tons of these, it was this price just like I saw yesterday. So that, keep price tracking is something that I think that you find valuable, and in the long run you do save. So I think that in conclusion, you'll be able to come out. I mean, saving money is always a good thing. You always stack more, get more bang for your buck. We're always looking for more bang for our buck. So I mean, like I said, just have. I mean, even if you don't want to get, I keep a spreadsheet, and I don't expect a lot of people to be like, oh, whatever, I mean, I just keep track of things like that. So I mean, like I said, just have a general idea of what you always buy, and even like I said, the more obscure stuff, and know when a sale is a sale, and also be able to weigh your options to where, oh, I mean, yeah, you want to go to 10 different stores, like I said, that are 2 miles this way to save 30 cents, 3 miles that way to save 40 cents. That's when you start looking at, okay, well, I saved $5, $7, but it cost me 8 in gas. Well, then you're not ahead. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing, is knowing when to bite, the bullet, and actually pay, something, even though it's 10 cents, 12 cents cheaper. I mean, don't get me wrong, if something's $1 or $2 cheaper, go get it. That's gonna be a buy. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the other thing too is that you got to be able to pull the trigger, because I've seen stuff where, I actually found our brand of toilet paper. I personally don't care. I mean, it could be just short of a newspaper or a newspaper. I don't care. But the missus wants a certain brand, so I went to work and figured out everything. We're gonna get it cheaper, what have you. And the funny thing with that is, Walmart's good for stuff like that, especially the everyday stuff, garbage bags, toilet paper, paper towels, cleaning supplies. Like 90% of the time, it's always going to be cheaper there. And so, I started stacking those. And I figured out price points, whatever, when I see them on sale. Okay, fine. So the food store I actually go to, they had them there on sale. Walmart had them something for like $10.49. These guys had them on sale for $6. For 20 pack. I'm like, oh, add to cart like 10 of them. Let's do this. And then after that sale ended, well, what caught my eye was when I'm stacking them up. I just did the triple take just to make sure I'm getting the right ones, making sure it wasn't a sign screw up. And I noticed in the little print, it says on sale it's like $5.99 or whatever it was. Normally $6.99. I'm like, huh. It's a little weird because they're 10 something over at Walmart. Okay, who cares? Whatever. Let's get to the counter. Let's see what she rings me up as. Rings them up, $6. Like, oh, great. You know. So I stacked those, and then the next time I was in the store, I just like curiosity caught me. I was like, let me see what the price is. A couple weeks later, I'm like, oh yeah, dude, it's $6.99 normal price. I'm like, so then, oh, that's another thing is cell phones. If you don't want to be writing this stuff down, take a quick picture, a clear enough picture of the product, the price, and the size. I also do that too. Um, so then, I was like, I took I had my picture in Walmart because when I saw it for $6, I had gone to Walmart afterwards. The whole 1049 thing, and so I compared them. Like, yeah, same amount, same package, same meters, square meters, making sure it wasn't a 20 pack with less toilet paper on the rolls. And I'm like, holy cow, same thing, and the normal price is $3 cheaper, 350, whatever it is. And I was like, that's a buy. Cool. Now I know what I needed. But also, like you said, now you're put into the different predicament of, okay, yeah, it's not on sale, but it's $3 cheaper than another store. So do I keep stacking it here or wait for a sale? Because that's how I got burned on the the clothes detergent. Because like I said, it was nice. I just kept on waiting for that buck off sale, and look what it skyrocketed. It blasted up normal price $2, and the container got smaller. So I got burned. So that's the thing another thing you're gonna see. You're gonna see yourself fighting with, okay, well I know it's on sale. Well, at least me. I'm like, okay, I know it's not on sale, but this is the normal price. Should I keep stacking them up, adding to the stack at the normal price, or should I wait for a sale? I mean, I'm kind of to the point to where, okay, I'll grab one here and there if it's not on sale at this great price because space is limited. I'm stacked up as high as we could go pretty much. I wish I had a warehouse because then I just back the truck up and here we go. I think that price comparison, keeping track of prices, is the way to go if you're really, really conscious about stacking quantity. That whole couponing thing and all that, I haven't gotten into it just because I haven't found a whole lot of good coupons without having to join 1,000 sites. You know, I'm kind of sticking to where I'm at right now. I'm thinking about checking that out. I'll probably report back on how that goes. But that and being we're on the whole topic of this, I guess I do want to touch on warehouse clubs because that's the other thing. I mean, unless you need the packaging, and this is my opinion. I've been a member of warehouse clubs before. I kind of, I was doing the same thing, price comparisons, what have you. Unless you need it immediately or you need the packaging that it comes in, if you need the, 2 7-gallon barrels or buckets or whatever, or the, pallet that comes with the 200 pack of something, or the display case, you don't really, warehouse clubs I don't think are the way to go as far as being cost effective. I mean, you will find, just like with anywhere, you will find good deals on certain stuff. But for the most part, for the general everyday shopping, I mean, I just don't see it. I mean, you can look around for sales or even just do what I do with the whole price comparison in regular stores and regular prices. More than 9 times out of 10, you're going to come out on top by not, because I mean, you figure the membership and all that other stuff. And, more likely they have the same amount of shelf life. I've noticed that. And then also, if it's unless you urgently need that big quantity, like maybe if you got the money and you're going to start out, don't want to wait for a sale. If you think everything's going to blow up tomorrow and you're just starting out, well, that's your choice, great. But once you get to the point to where you're comfortable, start looking elsewhere, because like I said, they're not the best of deals unless you need certain things that come along with it. You're throwing a party and you just want to get 15 pounds of beef, 15-pound tubs of beef, because you don't want to lug the 31 pounders around. Well, okay, fine. There's a convenience factor there too. That's the other thing about it. From an everyday shopping, cost effective standpoint, I just don't see the value in it. I haven't, I was a member of the two big ones for years, and I haven't been for a few years now just because of that. So I said I could find a better deal elsewhere. But that's all for now. Questions, comments, concerns, call me an idiot, whatever. Leave them. If you got any questions, I'll try and answer them as good as I can. If you got any criticisms, even better constructive criticism, if you got a way to do it, let me know. I'm always open. This is just the way I do it. So, next time, stay safe.